May 16th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hey.
Yipes!
What's he doing under the desk? Foul cogs of the corrupt regime, I have nothing to say to you. Datz, it's me, Dirk.
Oh, Dirk, you're a sight for sore eyes. I knew you'd come save me.
Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten yourself into.
My bad.
At least the grubs here is pretty good compared to that prison back home.
You got 3 squares plus a place to sleep. Why don't you join me, Dirk?
No thanks. They just send me back to Khura'in where I'd face immediate execution.
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be such a good idea. Looks like he's still the same, too.
Long time no see, Datz.
Huh? Hey, you look kind of familiar. Apollo? Is it really you, my boy? A to the J, all grown up and whatnot. How you feeling?
Fine. And you, Datz? You look good besides the incarceration and all.
Those horns, AJ.
Horns?
They've grown up with you just like a stag's antlers. I can't take it.
You really haven't changed a bit. Anyway, there's something we needed to talk to you about.
Sure, pull up a chair. I've got all the time in the world. The Slammer's like my second home. It's really not so bad once you get used to it.
He's rather laid back for someone in police custody.
Datz, was what the doctor had really the Founder's Orb?
Absolutely, positively. The doc was sure of it.
Really? Because someone from the village is calling it the Crystal of Amy Fey. He also claims you were filling the doctor's head with lies.
That ain't true. Doc said he was sure it was the real deal. All his fancy research confirmed it was the Founder's Orb.
So then that Paul Athena character was lying? Imagine that, a politician who lies.
I bet he wants the orb all to himself.
I wonder who's telling the truth.
Well, take a look at this. It proves the doc believed he had the Founder's Orb.
Let me see that. I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. Signed, Dr. Archie Buff.
See, I got it all down in writing.
But Datz, why does it say, if I will come to no harm at the end here?
Sounds like he was scared of you.
Datz, did you threaten the doctor in any way? No, you got it all wrong. It was the doc's friend. He told the old man us rebels were dangerous. It's his fault the doc thought I might hurt him.
Sounds like the work of that politician.
He's really made a mess of things.
What have you done now, Datz?
Nothing. I'm innocent, I tell you. It all started when this dog-faced cop tried to question me. He looked so funny I started laughing at him. That's when they came after me. But it was hilarious, I tell you. I mean, a human police dog? How funny is that?
Right, so what happened after that?
They caught me hiding in a doghouse. Dang pooch ratted me out. I guess that's what I get for laughing at one of his doggy comrades. Sounds like the dog's got the last laugh.
Datz, weren't you cleared of those jailbreak charges? And your capture by Lady Kira deemed unlawful?
Yeah, but the cops here don't seem to like me anyway.
What are the charges this time?
Unauthorized entry or something like that. They think I'm an illegal alien. And I can't prove otherwise because I lost my passport.
Is there any way they let you go?
Not without my passport. If only I had it. Dirk, AJ, you gotta find my passport.
All right, we'll find it. One more thing to add to our to-do list. Now, where might Dad's passport be?
Oh, about the orb's whereabouts. Maybe the doc's kid knows something.
The doctor has a kid?
Yeah, a bit of a shut-in though. The poor thing's own bedroom has become like a self-imposed prison.
A shut-in? Sounds like it'll be a challenge just to get a conversation going. Time for your questioning. Follow me.
Must be lunchtime. Today is fried chicken if I'm not mistaken.
You'll get your lunch if you behave yourself.
Dirk, AJ, I'll see you guys around.
Our only lead now is Dr. Buff's kid. But lurking a shut-in out is not going to be easy, I know. It isn't. We must return now to the doctor's study.
May 16th, Kurain Village. Doctor's study.
Oh, it's you again. Looking for Mr. Wright? He was just here a second ago.
He was?
What was Daddy doing here?
Good question.
He said he was looking for something.
Did he say anything else?
Let me think. Something about how his ride never showed up at the airport. Yes, that was it.
I guess Athena really did get lost.
But what's Daddy doing all the way out here in the first place? He can't be looking for us since no one told him we'd be here. Well, if you're here to take another look around, be my guest. I have other work to do, so if you'll excuse me.
Of course. Thanks, Emma.
First and foremost, we better find Datz's passport. We should also have a word with Dr. Buff's child.
Hey, is it just me? Or is there something new in here?
Oh, you mean that thing? Yeah, we should take a closer look at it too.
Let's not forget about Datz's passport. It should be around here somewhere. Right here. Datz's suitcase. Maybe his passport's in there.
It's no good. It's locked tight.
We should have asked him for the key. Yup. We already shifted our look to the suitcase, so now what? We've already investigated. Wait, what's this? Nothing new here. Let's look somewhere else. Nothing new here. Nope. No, I already know what it is. This. What's this? A model helicopter.
Don't you know anything, Apollo? It's a drone. They're all the rage right now.
I bet it belongs to the doctor's kid.
We need to ask them about the orb's whereabouts.
Yeah, but luring out a shut-in isn't going to be easy. What are we going to do about Datz's passport? It's probably right there inside his suitcase, but we can't get it open.
Why don't I take it over to Dad so we can unlock it? That way you guys can continue looking for the orb.
Good thinking, Trucy.
Okay, here I go. Huh? What the? Ugh, this thing weighs a ton.
Let me try. Jeez, how can a suitcase be so heavy? Is it filled with bricks or something?
Knowing Datz, he probably packed his dumbbells in there. It's certainly much too heavy to lug all the way to the detention center. Here, let me take a crack at that lock.
What? Are you gonna pick it?
There you go.
That was fast.
A lock like that is child's play to me, especially after all the wrongly imprisoned compatriots I've busted out over the years.
You've sure seen a lot of action for an ex-lawyer.
And here we go. Datz's passport.
I'll take it over to him.
Thanks, Trucy.
No problem. Now you guys enjoy some quality father-son treasure hunting time, okay? See you later.
There she goes. I wish she wouldn't make such a big deal out of our little family situation.
Father-son time, eh? Been ages since we've had a father-son talk, huh, son?
Yeah, well over a decade.
So, Apollo, how you've been?
Oh, fine. I'm fine, I guess.
Is that so? Fine, you say. Well, fine is fine by me. Good to hear.
Okay. Say something. So what do we talk about now?
Get down! Hit the dirt, son!
Huh? What the? Ah!
Speak to me, son. Say something.
Ooh, that smarts. You maggots! What do you think you're doing invading buff airspace? It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before you get past me, you yellow-bellied yahoos. Whoa. It can talk? What kind of drone is this then? Ah!
Drone, nothing. That's Sergeant Buff to you, soldier. You got that, you lowly grunts?
Ow! What the who now?
Buff. Sounds like the doctor's son is behind the controls.
He's controlling this thing?
Apollo, let's play along for now. At least until we can get the information we need out of him.
Got it.
Sergeant Buff.
Sergeant Buff, sir! You got to say sir. Ain't you never seen a war movie before?
Oh, right. Let me try that again.
Sergeant Buff, sir. Better, much better. Now, state your name, unit, and rank, soldier.
Oh, I'm Apollo Justice. I serve at the Wright Anything Agency. And my rank is, fledgling lawyer, sir.
Affirmative. Private Justice. Private? Listen up, diaper baby. Your commanding officer's orders are absolute. Disobedience means a one-way trip to the firing squad. Do I make myself clear?
Oh,
Sir. Yes, sir. Good. Good. We might make a man out of you yet, Private. Now for you, Cyclops.
Huh? Oh, you want my name, unit, and rank too? I'm Dirk Satmati. I command the rebel group, the Defiant Dragons, and my rank is, leader, sir.
Excellent. Welcome aboard, Commandeer Dirk. Wait a second. What's with that ridiculous mop you call a head? Soldiers should be clean cut.
Sorry, but this is my signature look. I'm not going to.
Whoa! Fine, I'll get a haircut before we ship out. Listen up, you. It's kill or be killed out on that battlefield. No place for leaving conditioners. All you got is your life, and you're lucky to have that.
He's oddly obsessed with field survival for someone who never goes outdoors.
This is going to be harder than I thought, son.
I know. Are you controlling that drone from your room, sir?
Affirmative. But I can see everything you do from here, so... 10 out, soldier! Whap that stupid look off your face! I'm gonna whip you sheltered peaceniks into shape!
With what, your charming personality?
Look, it's got a camera and speakers, too.
And that's not all, Commandeer. With these arms, I can cook and clean, too. Speaking of which, Private Justice, you're on latrin duty. Snap to it on the double.
As if I don't see enough of the toilet back at the office.
We obtained Sarge's drone. That thing's pretty handy. Us Defiant Dragons could use one of those.
Yes, it is a fine piece of hardware, isn't it? I modified it especially for siege defense.
Siege defense? You mean how you won't leave your room?
Ah! Holding up in a stronghold to defend against an enemy is an age-old military tactic. A time with strategy still applicable in modern warfare. I hope you're not trying to mock the wisdom of my forefathers.
I meant no offense. It was just an observation.
So the greenhorn who ain't even discharged the firearms got something to say, does he?
Sorry, it won't happen again, sir.
Darn tootin'. Now, state your intentions, soldier.
We had an agreement with your father. He had promised to hand over the Founder's orb to us.
What? Papa promised you that?
He did, but he died before he could tell us where it's hidden. Now we have no idea where it is.
Oh. Papa, why? Why'd you have to die?
It was an unfortunate accident, and I'm sorry for your loss.
If it helps at all, I know how you feel, Sergeant.
What'd I do now? You insignificant maggot. What would an unseasoned rookie like you know about how I feel? First I lost Mama, and now I've lost Papa.
You lost your mother too?
She's been gone for some time now. I'm all alone now. All alone.
Sergeant Buff, would you tell us a little more about what happened to your mother?
Mama passed away about 6 months ago. We were still living in our apartment in the city. Back then, I had yet to engage my siege defense strategy. In other words, something caused him to withdraw from the world. It was arson. It happened so suddenly, and before we knew it, our apartment was a sea of flames. Mama and I were trapped inside. But help never came, so Mama cradled me in her arms, kicked out a window, and jumped.
She did what?
She was like a walking, talking medal of valor, my mama was. She delivered me safely to terra firma with a perfectly executed PLF. It's a 5-point landing technique used by paratroopers to land safely on the ground.
She sounds like a superhero or something.
But from that height, she suffered massive injuries in order to protect me. She died so that I could live. Ah, Mama! I don't know what to I don't know what to say. And the person who started the fire? He was immediately apprehended. They say he was standing outside laughing while the building burned. At least justice was served. I hope that brought you some sauce. I've lost both my parents now. You can't possibly know how I feel.
Mama, Papa, poor kid. It's hard losing both your parents at such a young age. He must really feel alone now.
Apollo, I imagine you know what he's going through.
I do?
The road to recovery begins by talking to someone who suffered the same hardship. I know you have something that shows you understand.
Yes, I actually do. Sergeant, sir, would you please take a look at this? What do we have here? It's a photo of my father. I wasn't even a year old when he died. In a fire.
What?
And like your mother, he died in an arsonist's blaze. But in his final moments, he managed to save his infant son.
Private Justice, you suffered a loss just like mine.
I have, and that's why I know how you feel.
But you still have your mother, don't you?
No, I lost her too.
What?
She disappeared after the fire. I don't know if she's still alive or dead. Heck, I don't even know what she looks like.
Wow.
Sergeant Buff, his experience is very much like your own. If anyone can understand the sadness in your heart, it's him.
Attention! I salute you, Comrade Justice. You are no longer a private in the Buff Army. Henceforth, you will be a corporal.
Corporal?
Congratulations on your promotion, Corporal Justice.
I'm just glad that seemed to cheer him up a bit.
Now, comrade, let's toast to your new stripes. And call me Sarge. Don't be shy, we're a band of brothers now.
Now's our chance, Corporal. Ask him about the Founder's Law.
Dirk's getting way too much of a kick out of this.
I know. Sarge, sir, do you have any idea where the orb might be? It was here in Papa's study until last night, but he said he was going to go hide it somewhere. He mentioned something about a shady character being after it. Where do you think he could have hidden it? Somewhere in the village, I'd guess. He said he found a suitable hiding place for it.
So it was here last night?
That is, until he went out to hide it somewhere in the village. The only question is where?
Maybe he left some clue here in his study. Let's search the place again.
We should also find out more about Dr. Buff. It might steer us toward the hiding place.
So, Sarge, what was your father like? Papa was as kind as Mama was courageous. His whole reason for moving to the countryside was for me.
What do you mean?
I initiated my siege defense strategy after Mama died. Papa was so worried about me, he moved us here to the countryside. He thought the fresh air, blue skies, and natural surroundings might alter my tactics.
What a fine father. He even quit his position at the university to move here.
He did? He did. He gave up his beloved research position just for me. A parent must be prepared to sacrifice everything for his child. That's what Papa said.
Well, I'm feeling about 2 inches tall right about now.
There's no one in the world I respected more than him. But that just makes his passing all the more devastating. Papa, may you continue your beloved research up there with the angels.
Indeed. It's a raincoat. It's a bit wet and there's fresh mud on it. That must mean someone wore it recently.
Indeed. Maybe even as recently as last night.
Sarge, did it rain here last night? Negative. There wasn't a cloud in the sky.
And how did this raincoat get all muddy and wet?
When I saw it last evening, it looked pretty clean and dry to me.
That means it got like this later at night.
Good eye, son. This may very well turn out to be a vital clue.
Yes, indeed.
Sarge, sir, you ever read these books? Why, of course. Soldiers must have extensive knowledge as well as fighting prowess. I'm learning all I can each and every day in preparation for the big battle.
The big battle.
You know, for when I go back to school, I'll need to be up to date on every subject. Stuff like, the latest comics and Hollywood gossip.
Oh, I see. What about reading, writing, and arithmetic?
Well, I'm rooting for you, Sarge. Thanks, I'll try my best.
Are these the doctors?
Yes, those are Papa's reading glasses. He said he'd been having trouble reading lately, but those glasses seem to help.
Reading glasses, eh? I'll just hold on to these.
Dirk, don't tell me you're having trouble reading too.
Perish the thought! I just don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Yeah, right.
This computer could provide some useful information.
Drat, it's password protected.
Dirk, you're good at getting into places you're not supposed to.
Don't look at me. I don't know the first thing about computers.
Leave it to me. A modern-day warrior must be well-versed in technology and have mean pride. After all, he who controls information controls the battlefield.
If you hold the information, you hold all the cards.
And I'm in.
Looks like modern-day warriors have mean keyboard skills, too.
Okay, let's see what we can find. Oh, what's this? An email message? Now this is interesting. It's a research report to whoever asked the doctor to study the orb.
Here, I put the data on this. Take it and use it well, soldier.
It's a shoe cubby. These shoes look like they belong to Sarge and his dad. These boots here are a little damp.
And it looks like there's something inside this one.
Maybe Dr. Buff wore them last night.
They might lead us to where he hid the orb. Let's take a closer look.
There's a question mark on the bottom of this boot.
Papa had those custom made for his archaeological fieldwork. He had the soul of an adventurer. His boot had the soul of an adventurer too.
Wait. What's this?
Something's giving off a soft glow inside this boot, but it's too dark in here to see what it is. We might get a better look inside if we undid these straps. Bingo! It looks like some kind of glowing moss.
It could have come from wherever the doctor went last night. Must have gotten in with some of that mud.
It might be worth looking into, if it'll help us pinpoint where the doctor hid the orb. Okay, let's go over what we learned so far. Wherever it was that Dr. Buff went, he needed a raincoat. And it was somewhere where this glowing moss grows. Any ideas where that might be, Sarge? Negative, comrade. I hate to say my intel's a little thin on this one. I've been occupied with my siege defense strategy ever since we moved to the village.
Well, son, it seems we have no other choice. We'll have to ask the locals if they know of a place like that.
Good idea. We'll see you soon, Sarge. We have work to do. May 16th, Kurain Village. Ugh, it feels like somebody's watching me, and it's really creeping me out. Oh, it's just Paul Addison's campaign posters. When did he put these up? Whatever. I've got more important things to be paying attention to.
What great weather. It really lifts the spirits. I know. After our little treasure hunt, what do you say we go hunting, son?
Hunting? We used to do that a lot, didn't we?
Just look at that mountain. I bet there are some feisty wild boars up there.
I think I'll pass, but thanks.
Oh, so hunting's a no-go? Well, I guess that wild boar stew will have to wait then. Apollo, something seems different from the last time we were here.
You mean the posters?
No, not those.
What's he talking about? Guess I should take a look around myself. When did Paul Addison have a chance to put up all these election posters? That fool keeps sticking them on our houses. He's a disgrace to his distinguished heritage. He's doing this without permission? There's a big boulder towering into the sky over there. According to the sign, it's called the Kurain boulder. It also says that a spirit dwells within it. A rock with a spirit in it.
It's called animism, the belief that spirits dwell within inanimate objects. They probably enshrine this boulder as a sacred object. The tradition of worshipping such objects is similar to our tradition in Khura'in.
Interesting. Who knew dirt could make sense every once in a while? What do we have here? It looks like an unfinished picture, like something a little kid might paint.
You're right, but I can't quite tell what it's of.
I think it's supposed to be nighttime, but what's that thing on the left?
A monster or some kind of alien, perhaps? In any case, it's a pretty poor excuse for a drawing.
Well, what do you expect from a little kid? A little kid? Huh? Oh, it's you, Pearl. Why, Mr. Apollo, is that you? What a pleasant surprise. Good to see you again, Pearls. It's been quite some time. How have you been? Fine, thanks. You're looking good too, Pearl.
Aren't you going to introduce me, son?
Of course. This is Pearl Fey. She's a spirit medium here in Kurain Village. Pearl, this is Dirk, my, client. Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Nice to meet you, too. And what a polite little girl you are.
Actually, I'm a high schooler.
Whoops, sorry about that. So, you're a spirit medium? Does that mean you can channel spirits, then?
Yes, I'm still in training, though. But I'm well versed in the art of spirit channeling.
Well now, isn't that something? I mean, back in my country, our little princess hasn't channeled a single spirit yet. Pretty impressive, young lady.
Oh, but compared to Mystic Maya, there is so much more I must learn.
Mystic Maya?
Oh, right. Maya Frey. Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant. He told me all about her. She's a spirit medium too, if memory serves. Yes, she's an amazing medium, and soon she'll be the next head of the Fey clan too. Mediums and spirit channeling. I've heard all about it from Mr. Wright. He said that mediums will even physically become the person they're channeling. I wonder if even little Pearl will turn into a hulking giant if she had to channel one.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but what brings you all the way out here, Mr. Apollo?
Oh, just a small matter to take care of.
Wait, would it happen to be the matter Mr. Edgeworth is looking into?
Prosecutor Edgeworth? What's he doing here?
Oh, so it's a different matter then. Because I just saw him a moment ago. He appeared to be searching for something.
Oh? Mr. Edgeworth is a friend of Mr. Wright's, and the district's chief prosecutor. Why would he be here in Khura'in? Well, no point obsessing over it. Come to think of it, you live here in Kurain Village, don't you, Pearl?
Yes, I was born and raised here.
This is perfect, Apollo. Let's ask the young lady if she knows where the doctor might have gone last night.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe I should show her what we found in the doctor's study.
What a peaceful place. Ah, nothing beats mountain air.
Many of the villagers have left for the city, but I just love it here. Blue skies, lush forests, star-filled skies at night, and fireflies in the summer. Plus the big beautiful blue ocean is just beyond that mountain.
The ocean? What do you say we go for a swim, son?
Oh, I think I'll pass. Besides, I can't swim. Pearl, Kurain Village is like the home of spirit mediums, right?
Yes, and I'm part of a long line of mediums.
I've never seen a channeling before, but is it possible to channel the spirit of anyone who's passed away?
No, not just anyone. You must know their face and true name.
Really? You can channel a spirit just by knowing their face and name? That's an amazing ability.
It is, but it can only be learned by those with a gift occurring in certain bloodlines, and years of intense training. At present, Mystic Maya and I are the only ones in our village who can channel spirits.
Looks like spirit mediums are highly valued here, much like they are back in Khura'in.
I heard there used to be many more of us a long time ago, but now we are in very short supply. Most of the women nowadays don't want to stay. They want the thrill of the big city.
Yeah, well, you guys aren't exactly close to any shopping malls or nightclubs out here. But what about you? Are you not interested in things like that?
Who, me? Well, I wouldn't mind a new outfit or two, and, well, oh, never mind.
It's okay, Pearl. You are at that age, after all. Oh, we met this weirdo earlier named Paul Athena. Do you know anything about him?
Yes, he's been campaigning a lot around here lately, and the noise he's been making has become quite a problem. People are especially upset that he's campaigning at all hours of the night and day.
Well, the local police should arrest him for disturbing the peace.
Unfortunately, there's little they can do because the Athena family is so powerful.
Well, isn't he the proverbial pampered provincial prince? He seems pretty intent on winning here in Khura'in. Is there some special reason why?
I'm not sure, but I have an idea. The spirit mediums of Khura'in once held considerable sway in the political world. Judging by his slogan, maybe that's what he's after.
Great, so he's just another politician seeking powerful connections.
The ability to commune with the dead gives comfort to those anxious about the future. Tiny Khura'in has preserved its independence by the Queen's power of spirit channeling. It must play a similar role in this village.
Yes, even today, many here revere those whose spirit medium's blood flowing in their veins.
So basically, as Paul Addison's benefactor goes, so goes the whole village? Who is this benefactor? Who could hold this much sway over Kurain Village? That's what I want to know, honestly. Fine, let's present the glowing moss. Pearl, do you have any idea where this moss might grow?
That looks like Mitama moss. It grows on Mount Mitama and gives off a soft glow in the dark.
Mount Mitama?
See that mountain over there? That's Mount Mitama.
And how would one get there?
You can take a bus from that bus stop over there. May I ask why you're so interested in that moss?
Well, Dr. Buff was supposed to give us something, but it seems he hid it somewhere last night.
He did? Maybe that's why he,
Pearl, do you know something that might help us?
well,
Sounds like I better find out what she knows. Pearl, do you have any idea where Dr. Buff might have gone last night?
well, about that. All I know is Dr. Buff was somewhere on Mount Meetama.
My bracelet. It's reacting. Which means Pearl is hiding something from me. I hate having to proceed to her.
All I know is Dr. Buff was somewhere on Mount Meetama.
Bingo. Gotcha! Pearl, you seem anxious around the topic of Mount Meetama. I could tell because you rubbed your thumb over a splotch of dried paint as you said it.
Oh, well,
That nighttime painting is yours, isn't it?
this is so embarrassing. As you saw, I'm not a very good artist. But that picture has nothing to do with Dr. Buff.
I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I'm gonna guess that while you were out here painting last night, you actually saw the good doctor heading out to Mount Meetama from the bus stop.
No, I didn't see anything like that, I swear.
No, I'm positive you saw the doctor. After all, he's right here in your picture.
You think that's the doctor? I may not be a very good artist, but at least I know how to draw a person.
Okay, if this isn't a person, then what is it?
That's a rain spirit.
And what's a rain spirit doing at a bus stop?
Oh, rain spirits have places to go to.
This is getting ridiculous. Sorry, Pearl, but you're not a very good liar. That is Dr. Buff, and this piece of evidence proves it. The raincoat. This is the raincoat we found in the doctor's study. It's still wet and muddy, so we know that someone wore it last night. Now, see how this pattern is the same as the rain spirit in your picture?
Ah,
You didn't see a rain spirit last night. You saw Dr. Buff wearing this raincoat.
I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to lie, but...
But you did anyway. Why?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, Mr. Apollo, but I did see the doctor last night.
It's all right. Just please, tell me everything you know.
Of course. I was painting out here last night when the doctor came up to the bus stop. He was wearing a raincoat even though it wasn't raining and a helmet with a light on it.
Sounds like he was well prepared for something.
I know. That's why I asked him if he was going off exploring again. He looked startled, like he hadn't noticed me there. And then he suddenly said,
Please don't tell anyone you saw me here. Why would he want to silence you like that? Something must have happened to spook him, and he didn't want anyone to know where he was going to hide the orb.
But where could he have been going dressed like that?
My best guess is a cave somewhere on Mount Meetama. I heard there's a cave there where mediums of the Khura'in tradition went to train long ago. Legend has it there are some sort of mystical ruins in there.
Mystical ruins? Sounds like the exact sort of place an archaeologist might go. Well, we should get going now, but thanks for all your help, Pearl.
You're welcome, Mr. Apollo. Please take care.
What do you say we go find that cave, son? I sense that the orb might finally be within our grasp. This treasure hunt is shaping up to be the real deal. Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.